My name is Kristen. I'm 26 and I work a regular office job. Nothing about me stands out. I'm just an average woman with a strong personality. That night, I went to a mixer, a last-minute invite to balance the numbers. The event was casual, held at an Italian restaurant. The other women were excited about two slim, handsome guys, but my attention was drawn to a tall, muscular man. His name was Ryan. Something about his strong build, deep voice, and quiet presence pulled me in. I didn't know it then, but this night would change my life forever. I always liked strong, rugged men over pretty boys. So, when Ryan said he played rugby in college and now focused on weight training, I knew we had something in common. We talked about fitness, lifting, and gym routines while everyone else flirted with the so-called K-pop stars. I didn't care. Ryan was exactly my type, and surprisingly, he seemed interested in me too. We exchanged numbers before the night ended, planning to work out together. I wasn't expecting to find romance at a mixer, but something about Ryan made me excited for what could happen next. Our gym meetups turned into casual dinners, then movie dates. Soon, we weren't just workout partners, we were a couple. We talked about our dreams, our goals, and even joked about having a home gym when we got married. Everything felt natural. Ryan was kind, thoughtful, and didn't seem to care that I wasn't a delicate, dainty woman. For the first time in my life, I felt truly accepted. But there was one part of Ryan's life I hadn't met yet: his family. He had a father and an older sister, Vanessa, and soon I would find out just how much she controlled his world. Ryan invited me to his home for dinner to meet his family. His father was quiet but friendly, but Vanessa, she was stunningly beautiful and had an intimidating presence. With long black hair and striking features, she almost looked like a model. She welcomed me with a polite smile and served homemade seafood pasta. But there was a problem. I'm allergic to shellfish. When I told Vanessa, her expression changed slightly. "Oh, I thought Ryan mentioned it," she said. Ryan looked confused. He hadn't. I brushed it off, but something about her reaction made me uneasy. During dinner, I noticed something odd. Vanessa kept talking about how much Ryan loved crab and shrimp, as if my allergy was an inconvenience. "It's such a shame," she sighed. It felt like she was blaming me for taking something away from Ryan. Later, when I asked Ryan about it, he just laughed. "She's always been like that, really involved in my life," he said. I tried to ignore it, but it felt more than just sibling concern. It felt like she didn't want me there, and that thought made me nervous. Over the next few visits, something strange kept happening. I would get hives after eating at Ryan's house, even though there was no visible seafood. Could Vanessa be using hidden shellfish ingredients? I tried to get involved in cooking to be sure, but Vanessa refused. "Just relax, I'll take care of it," she said with a sweet smile. But I wasn't sure if I could trust that smile anymore. Was she doing this on purpose? Or was I just being paranoid? Either way, I knew one thing. I couldn't ignore this feeling any longer. One night, Ryan and I had dinner with Vanessa and her boyfriend Jeff. He was handsome, charismatic, and owned a nightclub, but something about him felt off. After Vanessa left early, Jeff leaned closer to me and whispered, "Hey, how about we have some fun together?" My stomach dropped. He was hitting on me, right after his girlfriend had just left. I rejected him immediately, but his response chilled me. "Vanessa won't be upset," he said with a smirk. What did that mean? Did she know he did this? Or worse, did she not care? I told Ryan what happened, and he was furious. But what shocked me more was what he revealed. All my past girlfriends left me for someone else, and I once saw one with a guy who looked like Jeff. My blood ran cold. Was Vanessa using Jeff to break up Ryan's relationships? Was this all part of some sick plan to keep him to herself? The pieces started fitting together, and I didn't like the picture they painted. It was time to confront Vanessa. I knew I couldn't keep quiet anymore. The constant allergic reactions, Jeff's suspicious behavior, and Vanessa's strange obsession with Ryan, everything was adding up to something much darker. One evening, I asked Vanessa directly, "Why do you want to keep Ryan so close? Why does every girlfriend he's ever had mysteriously disappear?" She didn't flinch. Instead, she smiled coldly. "Ryan is my little brother. I've taken care of him my whole life. Why should I let some random woman take him away?" My heart pounded. This wasn't normal sibling love. This was an obsession, and I had to stop it. When I told Ryan everything, his face darkened. He had always trusted Vanessa, never questioning her influence over his life. But now, he couldn't deny the truth. "She's been sabotaging me all this time," he murmured. I grabbed his hand. "I can't live like this, Ryan. If you choose her, I'll walk away." My voice trembled, but I meant every word. Ryan looked into my eyes, and for the first time, I saw real determination. "I choose you, Kristen. We'll get away from her. Together." It was a promise, but Vanessa wouldn't let go so easily. Months later, our wedding day arrived. I had been nervous about Vanessa causing trouble, but I didn't expect to walk into my dressing room and see her slicing my wedding dress apart with a cutter. My breath caught in my throat. The delicate fabric was in shreds, my accessories thrown on the floor. She turned to me, smiling. "Looks like you won't be getting married after all." I took a deep breath, forcing myself to stay calm. "It's a rental," I said, watching her smirk falter. "And I have a backup dress." Her face twisted with rage. Before Vanessa could say another word, Ryan burst into the room. His face went pale as he saw the ruined dress. "Vanessa, what the hell are you doing?" he demanded. The wedding planner, who had walked in behind him, was already calling security. Vanessa's eyes filled with panic. "Ryan, I'm doing this for you. She's not right for you," she cried. Ryan's jaw tightened. "I don't want to hate you, Vanessa, but if you keep this up, I won't have a choice." For the first time, she looked truly broken. Tears streamed down her face. "No, you can't mean that." After the wedding, Vanessa stopped contacting Ryan. It was like she had disappeared. A few months later, Jeff came to visit us unexpectedly. "I'm thinking about breaking up with Vanessa," he admitted. "She's different now. Ever since the wedding, she's not the same." I wasn't shocked. Vanessa had built her whole life around controlling Ryan. Now that he was gone, she didn't know who she was anymore. But then, Jeff said something strange. "I used to admire how much effort she put into Ryan's happiness. But now, I think she doesn't know how to live without him." I hesitated before saying the words that popped into my mind. Maybe she needs her own family. If she had a child, maybe she'd finally move on from Ryan. Jeff blinked at me. Then to my surprise, he smiled. "You know, that's not a bad idea." A month later, we heard the news. Vanessa and Jeff had gotten married. I didn't know if my idea had pushed him to do it, but it didn't matter. What mattered was that Vanessa had a new focus in life. And hopefully, that meant we could finally live in peace. Years passed. Vanessa had a daughter, but to everyone's surprise, Jeff was the one obsessed with her. He doted on his little girl, showing off photos constantly. Vanessa, on the other hand, seemed distant. She was no longer the possessive, overbearing sister she once was. Maybe deep down, she realized she had lost Ryan for good. Meanwhile, Ryan and I had our own little family. 2 kids, a happy home, and a life free from Vanessa's control. She rarely contacted us anymore, and honestly, I preferred it that way. We had fought too hard to let her back in. One evening, I watched Ryan as he did squats with our son on his back. You're going to turn him into a bodybuilder before he's even 5, I joked. Ryan laughed, setting our giggling son down. I wouldn't mind that, he said. Then his expression grew thoughtful. Just don't become like my sister, okay? I froze for a moment, then smiled. I won't, because I love you in a way she never could. He pulled me close, and I felt nothing but warmth and certainty. Our love had survived everything. And now, finally, we were free.